Tom Wright from State Farm gave me a call and was interested because he found out about us doing a bully prevention program. And so he wanted to know if we were interested as a district to have another bully program. Yeah, I was really impressed with the DVD packet that was sent via mail regarding the heroes and the bully alert, and figuring out that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, for roughly, the amount of time that you would shuffle papers in the classroom to get your kids organized, that's how much time it really takes.
Our entire district has been using the Beginning of a Hero and Bully Alert program, and Jim Lord just finished speaking at all of our elementary schools. And there are a few things that I'd like to say that really struck me, and it's not often that you have somebody come and speak to your students that afterwards you have kids running up to them, smiling and giggling and laughing and wanting to shake their hand, wanting to get their autograph, telling them how much they enjoyed the stories, how much they liked the singing. That brings me to what I think is unique about Jim's program, is that his messages are really important messages for these kids to hear. They're poignant, and they're told in an extremely engaging storytelling manner. And when you can do that and get kids' attention, have them listening, make it an experience that, because it was a fun, emotional experience, they're going to remember it. That's going to stick with them, and those messages are going to help carry them through their lives.
We've heard from the school sites, principals have mentioned that it really didn't take a lot of time, and they're seeing an impact from the heroes as well as the bully alerts. Their teachers are mentioning that it is silent in the classroom, that they are listening attentively on those 2 days. They're anxiously kind of waiting for the next time that it comes on. And that teachers have also had their children that are at younger grades that went through the assemblies and kind of hearing the stories. Now they're talking about it at home. So it is exciting that it's kind of building on one another. So from the school side now to the home, and impacting the home conversations about it. So it is really impacting our district.
My kindergartner, I realized, she came home with stories that she was going to see a hero also. So she did come home earlier in the week, and she told some stories. Immediately told me the story about what she had seen and the stories she had heard, and about how one story had been about a little boy who didn't know how to read, and how a little girl helped him, and how he ended up being able to read, and that he became something really great one day. He eventually. And the stories in what we saw today were the same thing. I felt they were very inspiring for my students, especially since so many of them have the mindset anymore that if they don't do well at something, that they're never going to do well at it. And I feel like that the assembly today was something that showed them that they could become and do whatever they wanted to do. Because some of these other people just started out as, regular people, everyday people. And the bullying aspect was good. We do have, bullying going on at this age is quite frequent, so it's something that I definitely will refer back to. So having Jim Lord come was a great thing, I think, for our school.
It was introduced to us. My district office supervisor was presented with it and asked us as principals to see, hey, if you want, you can try it out, see what you think, and if you like it, we'll purchase it for all of our sites. And so when I saw it, I thought it automatically, just looking at the title, I thought, ooh, we could use this, because here we do morning announcements, and it's important for me to talk about character traits in the morning. Well, so I tried it. I put it in, I tried it, I listened to it, and it was phenomenal. For example, the bully alert stories. At first, I'm going to be honest with you. When I first saw the title "Bully Alert," I was like, "Oh, great, another bully thing. Is this really going to affect and help my kids?" But these stories that are told are situations that our kids get into every day, and they're so real for the students that they can relate to it. And a lot of times I'll have kids in my office and I'll talk to them and say, you know, what you just did, that's acting like a bully. And they, well, I was just playing around, and they don't realize that. So what we're doing is we're front loading for them and providing them examples of when sometimes if you think you're playing and it hurts somebody, that's like bullying. And it's giving them those examples, and then it doesn't just show that this is what bullying is, it also shows examples of that student changing and doing better and deciding that, hey, you know what, I'm not going to be a bully anymore, I'm going to be a hero. And that's what I love. It's not just focusing on negative, it's actually taking that negative, hey, you made a mistake, and showing how those students can make those mistakes positives. And it's changing the way our students think about how they act, and it's making them want to be a hero. Now that's the bully alert. I love bully alert, and I play that once a week. I play that, and then a different day a week, another day a week, I play the beginnings of a hero. And I love the beginnings of a hero because it talks about these children, these people, and their children, and the decisions that they made, the good decisions that they made while they were young to be heroes. And at the end of the story, you find out that it's someone that's famous. And so it's teaching our kids that, hey, these famous people, they didn't just become famous for nothing. They didn't become a hero because someone swished a magic wand. They became a hero because of the choices they made as children, and those choices affected them and affected their future. So these both of the beginning of a hero and the bully alerts, I feel like they're just so positive influences for my children here at our school, and I'm seeing a difference here at our school with my kids, and they want to be heroes, and I get to just talk to them and say, hey, are you being a hero? Look for, in my morning announcements, I'll say, hey, make sure you're doing your best today, and look for ways that you can become someone else's hero. And it's amazing to be able to refer to that. Now, really, and the cool thing is I'll have parents in the morning, because I play it in the morning, and parents have come to me and say, oh wow, I really like that. And they love that their kids are getting these real elementary school examples for my kids. Actually, it doesn't have to be elementary school, it's just real examples with kids, in between kids, and with kids, and they're learning from that. And I'll tell you right now, we had Jim Lord come to our site, and he did an assembly with all of my kids, my K3 kids, he did an assembly, and then with my 4th through 6th grade children, he did an assembly. And those kids drank it up. And I know, and I see a difference from actually seeing Jim Lord, that the voice that they hear in the mornings, going from the voice they hear in the mornings to seeing the person that is behind that voice, it made it even more important to them. And I actually feel like now I'm playing it and they hear it and they're like, oh, I know him, I know that voice, I saw him, I met him. And I remember I had one kid that actually wanted to get his autograph because of being used to hearing his voice twice a week for the last 3 months. But it's an amazing program, and I definitely recommend it. I think it's making a difference, and I feel so blessed to have come upon this program, because I know that it's making a difference for my kids at my school.
I highly recommend the Beginning of a Hero and Bully Alert programs done by Jim Lord. I think that the impact that they have in helping kids to see their place in their school and their community and in their future is something of real value.
It's a phenomenal program, and it's easy.